Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, happy Bookmas. I woke up like this. Ooh, it is way too early. I just woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm getting ready to go to work. It's also December 13th, which is the first day of the holiday adventure-a-thon, which means it's the first day I can start reading the 11 books I have put aside for 2 to 3 different readathons. As I mentioned in my grinchathon TBR, the hardest thing about doing 3 different readathons is knowing which books you're allowed to read on which days, so I made myself a list. Here are all the books I'm reading, and here are the days I'm allowed to start them on. And also, you know, the ones that I need to finish by either the 23rd or the 24th. That means there are only 2 I'm allowed to start today, Holidays on Ice or Girl Reading, which are both for the Holiday Adventure-a-thon, so I'm bringing both of them to work. Holidays on Ice is really little, so I hope to finish it and start Girl Reading at least at work, and then read some of it in the tub when I get home, because it's Wednesday. That's what I do. Hello, I'm back. It may seem like very little has changed since the last time I talked to you besides my t-shirt. It's a different black t-shirt that has to do with books, and that might be because it is dark outside the window and I'm in my bathroom again, but it's now nighttime. It's always dark now. At this point, I have finished Holidays on Ice by David Sedaris. It's just a tiny little one. I read about half of it, less than half of it, because I'm a slow reader, on my lunch break, and then some on the way home, and then I just sat and finished it before having my Wednesday bath, which is what I'm about to step into, which is one of the reasons why I'm standing in my bathroom again. Unlike last time, I'm not wearing pants while filming. So this book was written 20 years ago, so there's a crap ton of problematic language in it, and a crap ton of things that I was just like, ooh. I would put this down if I wasn't reading it for a readathon and it wasn't real short and I could just get this off my list. So if you want to read something problematic for the holidays, there you go. And now I'm going to step into this bath with this book and this beverage, as is my Wednesday custom. I would say good morning, but it's only 12:22 a.m. on December 14th. It's the first day of the sapphicathon, and I decided I was going to start reading Knit One Girl 2 because it's on my computer, and I think it's short, and it's really adorable so far. So I'm going to keep doing that. Hi, so it's day 3 of the shenanigans, which means it's December 15th. I have finished Holiday on Ice, which I already mentioned, and I also finished Knit One Girl 2 last night, which was really cute, and I really wish it was a full book and not a little novella. I really wanted all of it to be fleshed out because it was wonderful. I'm reading Girl Reading. I'm less than halfway through. I'm hoping to finish it tonight, but And I started We Awaken last night, and the writing is not great. I like the premise a lot. I'm gonna stick with it, but the writing is not great, which is sad, because I was really excited for it, but I'm still gonna read it, so. Also, I feel like all of my updates are gonna be like, here is an example of the world's worst lighting. Why hello, it's Friday, the evening of December 16th, and even though I've thought about updating you many times throughout the day, I just realized I hadn't actually done that. Also, occasionally I remember to eat. Eating is important. Earlier today, I finished listening to M.K. Jemison's The 5th Season, which is not part of my readathon, but was just the book I was listening to when all the readathons started, so had to finish it. Very good. I will probably listen or read the other ones as well. And I've just now finished Girl Reading by Katie Ward, and I am so glad I knew nothing about it going into it because it was really interesting, especially with the last chapter, kind of tying everything together. That'll be in my weekly wrap-up, which will already be up by the time this goes up, so I'll probably link it down below. Also, if this is the first video you're watching of mine, I'm really sorry. But also I make weekly wrap-ups of everything I read, watch, and listen to that week, so you should check those out, linked down below. Before I go to sleep, I'm going to read some more We Awaken. I read another chapter of it today at work, and yeah, it's just gonna be one of those things that I get through. The story is interesting, the romance is kind of interesting, the writing just isn't my cup of tea. It feels very much like a first draft. Okay, bye. Today is definitely Sunday, and it is the 17th, and today is the one day I have off before the holidays, so I got back from PodCon, worked 5 straight, have today off, work the next 6, and then I go up island for the holidays. Which means that today is a day that I need to film some things, because it's the only time I actually have daylight to do it. Daylight is kind of debatable, because this is what the sky is doing. This is why I have seasonal affective disorder. In any case, I'm going to move a bunch of furniture around after I negotiate with the roommate to do so, and then film a bunch of videos, and then hopefully do some more reading. Got my video done for yesterday, so now I'm allowed to take a book break and read The Murders of Molly Southbourne while eating a crap ton of chocolate, which I just flung all over my bed, because I need to read this while eating festive food for the Holiday Adventure-a-thon. But I'm also reading it as my dark book for the Grinchathon, because Update. Not only did I finish The Murders of Molly Southbourne, I also read the entirety of Magic Misfits, which is freaking adorable and I absolutely loved. I'm currently working on page 99 of We Awaken, so I might finish it tonight, but I don't think I'm going to get through the last 70 pages tonight. I think I'm going to pass out pretty quickly. Hi, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, but I have finally finished Ash, which I'm meaning to read all year. I basically read it all today and I really enjoyed it, so there's your update. I've started listening to Words in Deep Blue, still haven't finished We Awaken. The alternate title of this video could be Kathy gives reading updates in her bathroom. So it's sometime Tuesday afternoon and I've called in sick because I am. Because it's, December and that's the time of year where my body's like, you can't do anything you want to do. So to make myself feel better, I'm going to have a bath. I'm going to start Rosemary and Rue while I'm in the bathtub because it was the next one on the stack of things to read. I read the first couple of pages of this at the library when I first saw it and went, this looks pretty interesting. It's the beginning of the series. Let's give it a go. Sometimes you can be sitting in your tub, already drinking your beverage, waiting for the tub to fill up, and the water just goes cold and you have to get out and go boil some on the stove. Hey, it's Wednesday evening, and I totally forgot I haven't updated you at all today. Whoops, the lighting's probably terrible. I'm reading Rosemary and Rue, and I think it's my favorite book of the Readathon so far. And by the Readathon, I mean the Holiday Adventure-a-thon. Am I also reading this for anything else? I think I'm only reading this for that one. And I guess the grinchathon. Maybe? I don't even know anymore, guys. But it is, I think, my favorite so far. With the exception of Words in Deep Blue, I think is actually my favorite. It's the book I'm listening to right now. I just have a couple hours left, so this one would be my second favorite. This one is a fantasy novel. It's a woman who is half fae, half human, has a detective agency. It's outstanding. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm going to read the whole series. Words in Deep Blue is an Australian contemporary that I am super enjoying and want to get my own physical copy of just to have, because it's great, and I don't have the words for it right now, but that is my update. Good afternoon, it's Thursday, and I'm on my way to work. I haven't read anything today, and that's because I needed to watch the Survivor finale, which I watched the day after, because I don't have TV, so we watch it on the website. Not my favorite person one, but whatever. So I'm starting to get worried that I'm not going to finish all the things I need to finish by Saturday. Technically, some of them can be finished by Sunday. I wanted to finish them all by Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to have time, because I work today, tomorrow, the next day, and that's, all until Saturday. The lady just gave me the strangest look, and I don't blame her. I still have about 100 pages of Rosemary and Rue. I still have 60 pages of We Awaken. I have all of Ghost Girl in the Corner, and I have all of Labyrinth Lost, and 2 hours of Words in Deep Blue. So that's what I need to finish in the next 3 days. I'm gonna try my best. I'll let you know how it goes. Just past midnight, so it's technically Friday, I guess, but I finished We Awaken. I did it. I also finished Rosemary and Rue, which means I only need to read Labyrinth Lost, which I have not started yet. The last less than an hour of Words in Deep Blue, and also Ghost Girl in the Corner, which I haven't started yet, but is in a novella, so it should be really short. I work all of tomorrow. Tomorrow night I will be doing all of the reading, and I think I'm gonna get everything done by the end of Saturday, which is great because my parents are coming and pick me up to take me home for Christmas. Well, yes, this is my Friday night look. So I finished Words in Deep Blue. It is my favorite book of them, all of these readathons, possibly the entire year. I've already ordered myself a used copy on Amazon, and I look forward to it getting to me in January. I also just read all of Ghost Girl in the Corner on my computer, so that one is done, which means I only have one book left, which is Labyrinth Lost. I started it, I've read a couple of chapters, and I plan on finishing it by the end of tomorrow, hopefully. I work tomorrow, and then I'm going up island for the holiday season, but I think I can do it. I'm probably just gonna start reading it now, after I pack for my trip. It's 11:54 p.m. on the 23rd of December, and I have finished my 11th and final book for these 3 readathons. I had originally planned to read Labyrinth Lost in the car on the ride back to my family home, which is where I currently am. Look at the art my mom has made, it's beautiful. And then I realized the flaw in my plan being that there would be no sun to do that with in the car, and turning on lights in the car is hard on the driver, so I didn't want to do that. So I downloaded the audiobook and listened to that in the car, which is such a lifesaver. It's really the only reason I finished on time, because I would probably stay up to about 1 reading the physical book if I didn't have the audiobook in the car. So I did it. 11 books in, I think, 12 days that when this started. really don't know anymore. So here's my plan for anyone who has made it to the end of this video. I think that this is going to be my last Bookmas video. Obviously there will be a video tomorrow, which will be my weekly wrap-up, but I think I'm done with Bookmas videos. So I am going to leave it at that, and see you tomorrow for the last day of Bookmas. Bye.